Hello dear friends, welcome to Certify Me YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. In this video let us discuss AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner CLF-C02 practice and previous exam questions. If you are new to my channel, subscribe for more practice questions. In order to get this PDF, what you need to do is first of all comment under this video like send me AWS dump or send me CLF dump and take a screenshot of your comment and send me that screenshot to my mail. Personally, I will send this PDF to everyone whoever sent screenshot of comment. I will send them personally through mail. So without wasting the time, let's get started. A company is building an application A company is building an application that requires the ability to send, store, and receive messages between application components. The company has another requirement to process messages in first out order. Which AWS service should the company use? Option A, AWS Step Functions. Option B, Amazon Simple Notification Service. Option C, Amazon Kinesis Data Streams. Option D, Amazon Simple Queue Service. The correct answer is option D, Amazon Simple Queue Service. Next question. A company wants to create templates that the company can reuse to deploy multiple AWS resources. Which AWS service or feature can the company use to meet this requirement? Option A, AWS Marketplace. Option B, Amazon Machine Image. Option C, AWS Cloud Formation. Option D, AWS OpsWorks. The right answer is option C, AWS Cloud Formation. Next question. A company that uses AWS needs to transfer 2 TB of data. Which type of transfer of the data would result in no cost for the company? Option A, inbound data transfer from the internet. Option B, outbound data transfer to the internet. Option C, data transfer between AWS regions. Option D, data transfer between availability zones. The correct answer is option A, inbound data transfer from the internet. Next question. Which design principles support the reliability pillar of the AWS well-architected framework? Choose two options. Options are option A, perform operations as code. Option B, enable traceability. Option C, automatically scale to meet demand. Option D, deploy resources globally to improve response time. Option E, automatically recover from failure. The right options are option C, automatically scale meet demand, and option E, automatically recover from a failure. Next question. Which AWS service or feature can a company use to apply security rules to specific Amazon EC2 instances? Option A, network ACLs. Option B, security groups. Option C, AWS Trusted Advisor. Option D, AWS Web Application Firewall. The correct answer is option B, security groups. Next question. Which actions are examples of a company's effort to right size its AWS resources to control cloud costs? Choose two options. Option A, switch from Amazon RDS to Amazon DynamoDB to accommodate NoSQL datasets. Option B, base the selection of Amazon EC2 instance types on past utilization patterns. Option C, use Amazon S3 lifecycle policies to move objects that users access infrequently to lower cost storage tiers. Option D, use multi-AZ deployments for Amazon RDS. Option D, replace existing Amazon EC2 instances with AWS Elastic Beanstalk. The correct options are option B. One second. and option C. Next question. A user needs to quickly deploy a non-relational database on AWS. The user does not want to manage the underlying hardware or the database software. Which AWS service can be used to accomplish this? Option A, Amazon RDS. Option B, Amazon DynamoDB. Option C, Amazon Aurora. Option D, Amazon Redshift. The right answer is option B, Amazon DynamoDB. Next question. Which AWS service or features enable users to connect on-premises networks to a VPC? Choose two options. Option A, AWS VPN. Option B, Elastic Load Balancing. Option C, AWS Direct Connect. Option D, VPC peering. Option E, Amazon CloudFront. Option A, AWS VPN, and option C, AWS Direct Connect. Next question. Which AWS benefit is demonstrated by on-demand technology services that enable companies to replace upfront fixed expenses with variable expenses? Option A, high availability, economies of scale, pay-as-you-go pricing, and global reach. The correct answer is option C, pay-as-you-go pricing. Next question. Which of the following describes some of the correct functionality of Amazon S3? Option A, Amazon S3 is a high-performance block storage service that is designed for use with Amazon EC2. Option B, Amazon S3 is an object storage service that provides high-level performance, security, scalability, and data availability. Option C, Amazon S3 is a fully managed, highly reliable, and scalable file storage system that is accessible over the industry standard SMB protocol. Option D, Amazon S3 is a scalable, fully managed Elastic NFS for use with AWS cloud services and on-premises resources. The correct answer is option B. Amazon S3 is an object storage service that provides high-level performance, security, scalability, and data availability. Next question. A company is planning to migrate its application to the AWS cloud. Which AWS tool or set of resources should the company use to analyze and assess its readiness for migration? Option A, AWS Cloud Adoption Framework. Option B, AWS Pricing Calculator. Option C, AWS Well Architected Framework. Option D, AWS Budgets. The correct answer is option A, AWS Cloud Adoption Framework. Next question. Which action will help increase security in the AWS cloud? Option A, enable programmatic access for all IAM users. Option B, use IAM users instead of IAM roles to delegate permissions. Option C, rotate access keys on a recurring basis. Option D, use inline policies instead of customer managed policies. The correct answer is option C, rotate access keys on a recurring basis. Next question. A company plans to migrate to the AWS cloud. The company is gathering information about its on-premises infrastructure and requires information such as the host name, IP address, and MAC address. Which AWS service will meet these requirements? Option A, AWS Data Sync. Option B, AWS Application Migration Service. Option C, AWS Application Discovery Service. Option D, AWS Database Migration Service. The correct answer is option C, AWS Application Discovery Service. Which AWS service enables users to check for vulnerabilities on Amazon EC2 instances by using predefined assessment templates? Option A, AWS Web Application Firewall. Option B, AWS Trusted Advisor. Option C, Amazon Inspector. Option D, AWS Shield. The correct answer is option C, Amazon Inspector. Next question. Which AWS service can be used to retrieve complaints reports on demand? Option A, AWS Secrets Manager. Option B, AWS Artifact. Option C, AWS Security Hub. Option D, AWS Certificate Manager? The correct answer is option B, AWS Artifact. What is the customer always responsible for managing according to the AWS shared responsibility model? Option A, software licenses. Option B, networking. Option C, customer data. Option D, encryption keys. The correct answer is option C, customer data. Next question. Which AWS service or tool can be used to capture information about inbound and outbound traffic in an Amazon VPC? Option A, VPC flow logs. Option B, Amazon Inspector. Option C, VPC endpoint services. Option D, NAT gateway. The right answer is option A, VPC flow logs. Next question. Which AWS service should users use to learn about AWS service availability and operations? Option A, Amazon Event Bridge. Option B, AWS Service Catalog. Option C, AWS Control Tower. Option D, AWS Health Dashboard. The right answer is option D, AWS Health Dashboard. Next question. A company needs a central user portal so that users can log into third-party business applications that support security assertion markup language. Which AWS service will meet this requirement? Option A, AWS Identity and Access Management. Option B, Amazon Cognito. Option C, AWS IAM Identity Center. Option D, AWS CLI. The right answer is option C, AWS IAM Identity Center. Next question. A company wants to know more about the benefits offered by cloud computing. The company wants to understand the operational advantage of agility. How does AWS provide agility for users? Option A, the ability to ensure high availability by deploying workloads to multiple regions. Option B, pay as you go model for many services and resources. Option C, the ability to transfer infrastructure and management to the AWS cloud. Option D, the ability to provision and deprovision resources quickly with minimal effort. The right answer is option D. One second. Option D is the right answer. Next question. Which action is a security best practice for access to sensitive data that is stored in an Amazon S3 bucket? Option A, enable S3 cross-region replication on the S3 bucket. Option B, use IAM roles for applications that require access to the S3 bucket. Option C, configure AWS Web Application Firewall to prevent unauthorized access to the S3 bucket. Option D, configure Amazon Guard Duty to prevent unauthorized access to the S3 bucket. The correct answer is option B. Next question. Which of the following is an AWS value proposition that describes a user's ability to scale infrastructure based on demand? Option A, speed of innovation. Option B, resource elasticity. Option C, decoupled architecture. Option D, global deployment. The right answer is option B, resource elasticity. Next question. Which AWS service gives users the ability to build interactive business intelligence dashboards that include machine learning insights? Option A, Amazon Athena. Option B, Amazon Kendra. Option C, Amazon QuickSight. Option D, Amazon Redshift. Option C is the right answer. Next question. A company wants to identify Amazon S3 buckets that are shared with another AWS account. Which AWS service or feature will meet these requirements? Option A, AWS Lake Formation. Option B, IAM Credential Report. Option C, Amazon CloudWatch. Option D, IAM Access Analyzer. The right answer is option D, IAM Access Analyzer. Next question. Which pillar of the AWS well-architected framework refers to the ability of a system to recover from infrastructure or service disruptions and dynamically acquire computing resources to meet demand? Option A, security. Option B, reliability. Option C, performance efficiency. Option D, cost optimization. The correct answer is option B, reliability. Next question. A company needs to transfer data between an Amazon S3 bucket and an on-premises application. Who is responsible for the security of this data according to the AWS shared responsibility model? Option A, the company. Option B, AWS. Option C, firewall vendor. Option D, AWS market partner. Option A, the company is the right answer. Next one. A company plans to migrate its application to AWS and run the application on Amazon EC2 instances. The application will have continuous usage for 1 year. Which EC2 instance purchasing option will meet this requirement most cost effectively? Option A, reserved instance. Option B, spot instances. Option C, on-demand instances. Option D, dedicated hosts. Option A, reserved instances is the right answer. Next question. A company is running a critical workload on an Amazon Audience DB instance. The company needs the DB instance to be highly available with a recovery times of less than 5 minutes. Which solution will meet these requirements? Option A, create a read replica of the DB instance. Option B, create a template of the DB instance by using AWS CloudFormation. Option C, take frequent snapshots of the DB instance. Store the snapshots in Amazon S3. Option D, modify the DB instance to be a multi-AZ deployment. The right answer is option D. One second. Okay, next one. Which actions are the best practices for an AWS account root user? Choose two options. Option A, share root user credentials with team members. Option B, create multiple root users for the account separated by environment. Option C, enable multi-factor authentication on the root user. Option D, create an IAM user with administrator privileges for daily administratives instead of using the root user. Option E, use programmatic access instead of the root user and password. The correct answer is option C and option D. Next question. Which security service automatically recognizes and classifies sensitive data or intellectual property on AWS? Option A, Amazon Guard Duty. Option B, Amazon Messi. Option C, Amazon Inspector. Option D, AWS Shield. The correct answer is option B, Amazon Messi. Next question. A user wants to securely automate the management and rotation of credentials that are shared between applications while spending the least amount of time on managing tasks. Which AWS service or feature can be used to accomplish this? Option A, AWS Cloud HSM. Option B, AWS Key Management Service. Option C, AWS Secrets Manager. Option D, Server-Side Encryption. The right answer is option C, AWS Secrets Manager. Next question. A company wants to automatically add and remove Amazon EC2 instances. The company wants the EC2 instances to adjust to varying workloads dynamically. Which service or feature will meet these requirements? Option A, Amazon DynamoDB. Option B, Amazon EC2 Spot instances. Option C, AWS Snow Family. Option D, Amazon EC2 Auto Scaling. The right answer is option D, Amazon EC2 Auto Scaling. Next question. Which task is a customer's responsibility according to the AWS shared responsibility model? Option A, management of the guest operating systems. Option B, maintenance of the configuration of infrastructure devices. Option C, management of the host operating systems and visualization. Option D, maintenance of the software, the powers availability zones. The correct answer is option A. Next question. Which AWS service helps users audit API activity across their AWS account? Option A, AWS Cloud Trail. Option B, Amazon Inspector. Option C, AWS Web Application Firewall. Option D, AWS Config. Option A, AWS Cloud Trail is the right answer. Next one. Which of the following is a recommended design principle of AWS Cloud Architecture? Option A, design tightly coupled components. Option B, build a single application component that can handle all the application functionality. Option C, make large changes on fewer iterations to reduce chances of failure. Option D, avoid monolithic architecture by segmenting workloads. Option D, is the right answer for this question. Next one. A company wants to query its server login logs to gain insights about its customers' experiences. Which AWS service will store this data most cost effectively? Option A, Amazon Aurora. Option B, Amazon Elastic File System. Option C, Amazon ABS Elastic Block Store. Option D, Amazon S3. Amazon S3 is the right answer. Next one. A company has an application with robust hardware requirements. The application must be accessed by students who are using lightweight, low-cost laptops. Which AWS service will help the company deploy the application without investing in backend infrastructure or high-end client hardware? Option A, Amazon AppStream 2.0. Option B, AWS AppSync. Option C, Amazon WorkLink. Option D, AWS Elastic Beanstalk. Option A, Amazon AppStream 2.0 is the right answer. Next question. A company is moving an on-premises data center to the AWS cloud. The company must migrate 50 petabytes of file storage data to AWS with the least possible operational overhead. Which AWS service or resources should the company use to meet these requirements? Option A, AWS Snowmobile. Option B, AWS Snowball Edge. Option C, AWS Data Exchange. Option D, AWS Database Migration Service. Option A is the right answer. Next one. Which option is an environment that consists of one or more data centers? Option A, Amazon CloudFront. Option B, Availability Zone. Option C, VPC. Option D, AWS Outposts. Option B, Availability Zone is the right answer. Next question. A system administrator created a new IAM user for a developer and assigned the user an access key instead of a username and password. What is the access key used for? Option A, to access the AWS account as the AWS account root user. Option B, to access the AWS account through the AWS management console. Option C, to access the AWS account through a CLI. Option D, to access all of a company's AWS accounts. Option C is the right answer. Next one. A company wants to modernize and convert a monolithic application into microservices. The company wants to move the application to AWS. Which migration strategy should the company use? Option A, rehost. Option B, replatform. Option C, repurchase. Option D, refactor. Refactor is the right answer. Next one. A company wants its Amazon EC2 instances to operate in a highly available environment even if there is a natural disaster in a particular geographic area. Which approach will achieve this goal? Option A, use EC2 instances in multiple AWS regions. Option B, use EC2 instances in multiple Amazon CloudFront locations. Option C, use EC2 instances in multiple edge locations. Option D, use EC2 instances in AWS local zones. The correct answer is option A. Next one. Which option is a customer responsibility under the AWS shared responsibility model? Option A, maintenance of underlying hardware of Amazon EC2 instances. Option B, application data security. Option C, physical security of data centers. Option D, maintenance of VPC components. The correct answer is option B, application data security. Next question. Which cloud transformation journey phase of the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework focuses on demonstrating how the cloud helps accelerate business outcomes? Option A, scale. Option B, envision. Option C, align. Option D, launch. Envision is the right answer. Next question. A company needs to continuously run an experimental workload on an Amazon EC2 instance and stop the instance after 12 hours. Which instance purchasing option will meet this requirement most cost effectively? Option A, on-demand instances. Option B, reserved instances. Option C, spot instances. Option D, dedicated instances. On-demand instances is the right answer. Next question. A company needs to quickly and securely move files over long distances between its client and an Amazon S3 bucket. Which S3 feature will meet this requirement? Option A, S3 versioning, S3 transfer acceleration. Option C, S3 ACLs. Option D, S3 intelligent tiering. Option B, S3 transfer acceleration is the right answer. Next question. A company plans to migrate to the AWS cloud. The company wants to use the AWS cloud adoption framework to define and track business outcomes as part of its cloud transformation journey. Which AWS CAF governance perspective capability will meet these requirements? Option A, benefits management. Option B, risk management. Option C, application portfolio management. Option D, cloud financial management. Benefit, benefits management is the right answer. Next question. Which AWS cloud service can send alerts to customers if custom spending thresholds are exceeded? Option A, AWS budgets. Option B, AWS cost explorer. Option C, AWS cost allocation tags. Option D, AWS organizations. The right answer is option A, AWS budgets. Please correct me if I am wrong. Please let me know in the comment section. Which AWS services can a company use to achieve a loosely coupled architecture? Choose two options. Option A, Amazon Workspaces. Option B, Amazon Simple Queue Service. Option C, Amazon Connect. Option D, AWS Trusted Advisor. Option E, AWS Step Functions. The right options are option E, AWS Step Functions and Amazon Simple Queue Service. Next question. Which characteristics of the AWS cloud helps users eliminate underutilized CPU capacity? Option A, agility. Option B, elasticity. Option C, reliability. Option D, durability. The right answer is option B, elasticity. Next question. A company wants to run its workload on Amazon EC2 instances for more than 1 year. This workload will run continuously. Which option offers a discounted hourly rate compared to the hourly rate of on-demand instances? Option A, AWS Graviton processor. Option B, dedicated hosts. Option C, EC2 instance savings plans. Option D, Amazon EC2 auto scaling instances. The correct answer is EC2 instance savings plans. Next question. Which options are AWS Cloud Adoption Framework security perspective capabilities? Choose two options. Option A, observability. Observability. Option B, incident and problem management. Option C, incident response. Option D, infrastructure protection. Option E, availability and continuity. The right options are option C, incident response and infrastructure protection. Next question. Which pricing model will interrupt a running Amazon EC2 instance if capacity becomes temporarily unavailable? Option A, on-demand instances. Option B, standard reserved instances, spot instances, and convertible reserved instances. Spot instances is the right answer. Next question. A company is assessing its AWS business support plan to determine if the plan still meets the company's needs. The company is considering switching to AWS Enterprise support. Which additional benefit will the company receive with AWS Enterprise support? Option A full set of AWS Trusted Advisor checks. Option B, phone, email, and chat access to cloud support engineers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Option C, a designated technical account manager to assist in monitoring and optimization. Option D, a consultative review and architecture guidance for the company's applications. Option C is the right answer for this question. Next one. Which option is an AWS Cloud Adoption Framework business perspective capability? Option A, culture evaluation. event management and data monetization and platform architecture. Culture evaluation is the right answer. Which option is a benefit of using AWS for cloud computing? Option A, trade variable expense for fixed expense. Option B, pay as you go pricing. Option C, decreased speed and agility. Option D, spending money running and maintaining data centers. Option B is the right answer. Next one. Which task is a responsibility of AWS according to the AWS shared responsibility model? Option A, enable client-side encryption for objects that are stored in Amazon S3. Option B, configure IAM security policies to comply with the principle of least privilege. Option C, path the guest operating system on an Amazon EC2 instance. Option D, apply updates to the Nitro hypervisor. The right answer is option C, patch the guest operating system on an Amazon EC2 instances. Next question. A company wants to migrate its on-premises workloads to the AWS cloud. The company wants to separate workloads for chargeback to different departments. Which AWS service or feature will meet these requirements? Choose two options. Option A, placement groups. Option B, consolidated billing. Option C, edge locations. Option D, AWS config. Option E, multiple AWS accounts. Option B, consolidated billing, and option E, multiple AWS accounts are the right options. Please ignore background noises. Which option is a shared responsibility between AWS and its customers under the AWS shared responsibility model? Option A, configuration of Amazon EC2 instance operating systems. Option B, application file system server side encryption. Option C, patch management. Option D, security of the physical infrastructure. Option C is the right answer for this question. Patch management. Next one. Which Amazon EC2 pricing model is the most cost efficient for an uninterruptible workload that runs once a year for 24 hours? Option A, on-demand instances. Option B, reserved instances. Option C, spot instances. Option D, dedicated instances. The right answer is option A, on-demand instances. Next question. A company has a compute workload that is steady, predictable, and uninterruptible. Which Amazon EC2 instance purchasing options meet these requirements most cost effectively? Choose two options. Option A, on-demand instances. Option B, reserved instances. Option C, spot instances. Option D, saving plans. Option E, dedicated hosts. The right options are option B, reserved instances, and option D, savings plans. Next one. Which perspective in the AWS Cloud Adaptation Framework includes capabilities for configuration management and patch management? Option A, platform. Option B, operations. Option C, security. Option D, governance. Operations is the right answer. Next one. A company needs to evaluate its AWS environment and best practice recommendations in 5 categories: cost, performance, service limits, fault tolerance, and security. Which AWS service can the company use to meet these requirements? Option A, AWS Shield. Option B, AWS Web Application Firewall. Option C, AWS Trusted Advisor. Option D, AWS Service Catalog. Option C is the right answer. Next one. A company wants a unified tool to provide a consistent method to interact with AWS services. Which AWS service or tool will meet this requirement? Option A, AWS CLI. Option B, Amazon Elastic Container Service. Option C, AWS Cloud9. Option D, AWS Virtual Private Network. The right answer is AWS CLI. A company wants to block SQL injection attacks. Which AWS service or feature should the company use to meet this requirement? Option A, AWS Web Application Firewall. Option B, Network ACLs. Option C, Security Groups. Option D, AWS Certificate Manager. The right answer is option A, AWS Web Application Firewall. Next question. A company wants to store and retrieve files in Amazon S3 for its existing on-premises applications by using industry standard file system protocols. Which AWS service will meet these requirements? Option A, AWS Data Sync. Option B, AWS Snowball Edge. Option C, Amazon S3 File Gateway. Option D, AWS Transfer Family. The right answer is Amazon S3 File Gateway. Next question. Which AWS service or feature allows users to create new accounts, group multiple accounts, to organize workflows, and apply policies to groups of accounts? Option A, AWS Identity and Access Management. Option B, AWS Trusted Advisor. Option C, AWS Cloud Formation. Option D, AWS Organizations. The right answer is option D, AWS Organizations. Next question. A company plans to deploy containers on AWS. The company wants full control of the compute resources that host the containers. Which AWS service will meet these requirements? Option A, Amazon Elastic Kubernetes Service. Option B, AWS Fargate. Option C, Amazon EC2. Option D, Amazon Elastic Container Service. The right answer is option C, Amazon EC2. Please ignore the background noises of dogs. A company wants to design a centralized storage system to manage the configuration data and passwords for its critical business applications. Which AWS service or capability will meet these requirements most cost effectively? Option A, AWS Systems Manager Parameter Store. Option B, AWS Secrets Manager. Option C, AWS Config. Option D, Amazon S3. Option A is the right answer. Next one. Which AWS service or feature provides long information of the inbound and outbound traffic on network interfaces in a VPC? Amazon CloudWatch Logs, AWS CloudTrail. Option C, VPC Flow Logs. And option D, AWS Identity and Access Management. The right answer is option C, VPC Flow Logs. Next question. A company needs to perform data processing once a week that typically takes about 5 hours to complete. Which AWS service should the company use for this workload? Option A, AWS Lambda. Option B, Amazon EC2. Option C, AWS Code Deploy. Option D, AWS Wavelength. Option B, Amazon EC2 is the right answer. Next question. A company wants an automated process to continuously scan its Amazon EC2 instances for software vulnerabilities. Which AWS service will meet these requirements? Option A, Amazon Guard Duty. Option B, Amazon Inspector. Option C, Amazon Detective. Option D, Amazon Cognito. Option B is the right answer. Next question. Which fully managed AWS service assists with the creation, testing, and management of custom Amazon EC2 images? Option A, EC2 Image Builder. Option B, Amazon Machine Image. Option C, AWS Launch Wizard. Option D, AWS Elastic Beanstalk. Option A, EC2 Image Builder is the right answer. Next question. A social media company wants to protect its web application from common web exploits such as SQL injections and cross-site scripting. Which AWS service will meet these requirements? Option A, Amazon Inspector. Option B, AWS Web Application Firewall. Option C, Amazon Guard Duty. Option D, Amazon CloudWatch. The correct answer is option B. Next question. A company is planning its migration to the AWS cloud. The company is identifying its capability gaps by using the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework perspectives. Which phase of the cloud transformation journey includes these identification activities? Option A, Envision. Option B, Align. Option C, Scale. Option D, Launch. Align is the right answer for this question. Next one. A company wants an AWS service to provide product recommendations based on its customer data. Which AWS service will meet these requirements? Option A, Amazon Poly. Option B, Amazon Personalize. Option C, Amazon Comprehend. Option D, Amazon Recognition. Option B is the right answer. Next question. A company has an uninterruptible action applications. Sorry. A company has an uninterruptible application that runs on Amazon EC2 instances. The application constantly processes a backlog of files in an Amazon Simple Queue service. Queue. This usage is expected to continue to grow for years. What is the most cost-effective EC2 instance purchasing model to meet these requirements? Option A, spot instances. Option B, on-demand instances. Option C, savings plans. And option D, dedicated hosts. Savings plans is the right answer for this question. Next one. A company needs to track the activity in its AWS accounts and needs to know when an API call is made against its AWS resources. Which AWS tool or service can be used to meet these requirements? Option A, Amazon CloudWatch. Option B, Amazon Inspector. Option C, AWS CloudTrail. Option D, AWS IAM. AWS CloudTrail is the right answer. Next one. A company wants to migrate its NFS on-premises workload to AWS. Which AWS storage gateway type should the company use to meet this requirement? Option A, tape gateway. Option B, volume gateway. Option C, Amazon FSx file gateway. Option D, Amazon S3 file gateway. Amazon S3 file gateway is the right answer. Next one. A company wants a fully managed Windows file server for its Windows-based applications. Which AWS service will meet this requirement? Option A, Amazon FSx. Option B, Amazon Elastic Kubernetes Service. Option C, Amazon Elastic Container Service. Option D, Amazon EMR. The right answer is option A, Amazon FSx. Next question. A user wants to allow applications running on an Amazon EC2 instance to make calls to other AWS services. The access granted must be secure. Which AWS service feature should be used? Option A, security groups. Option B, AWS firewall manager. Option C, IAM roles. Option D, IAM user SSH keys. Option C is the right answer for this question. Next one. A company has multiple AWS accounts that include compute workloads that cannot be interrupted. The company wants to obtain billing discounts that are based on the company's use of AWS services. Which AWS feature or purchasing option will meet these requirements? Option A, resource tagging. Option B, consolidated billing. Option C, pay-as-you-go pricing. Option D, spot instances. Consolidated billing is the right answer. Next question. A developer has been hired by a large company and needs AWS credentials. Which are security best practices that should be followed? Choose two options. Option A, grant the developer access to only the AWS resources needed to perform the job. Option B, share the AWS account root user credentials with the developer. Option C, add the developer to the administrators group in AWS IAM. Option D, configure a password policy that ensures the developer's passwords cannot be changed. Option E, ensure the account password policy requires a minimum length. Option E and option A are the right options for this question. Next one. Which tasks are the customer's responsibility according to the AWS shared responsibility model? Choose two options. Option A, establish the global infrastructure, perform client-side data encryption, configure IAM credentials, secure edge locations, patch Amazon RDS-DB instances. The right answer is option B and option C. Next one. Which AWS tool gives users the ability to plan their service usage, service costs, and instance reservations, and also allows them to set custom alerts when their costs or usage exceed established thresholds? Option A, Cost Explorer. Option B, AWS Budgets. Option C, AWS cost and usage report. Option D, reserved instance reporting. Option B is the right answer. Next one. A company is using a third-party service to backup up 10 TB of data to a tape library. The on-premises backup server is running out of space. The company wants to use AWS services for the backups without changing its existing backup workflows. Which AWS service should the company use to meet these requirements? Option A, Amazon EBS. Option B, AWS Storage Gateway. Option C, Amazon ECS. And option D, AWS Lambda. The right answer is option B, AWS Storage Gateway. Next one. A company is running a workload in the AWS cloud. Which AWS best practice ensures the most cost-effective architecture for the workload? Option A, loose coupling. Option B, right sizing. Option C, caching. Option D, redundancy. Right sizing is the right answer for this question. Next one. Which option is an AWS Cloud Adoption Framework platform perspective capability? Option A, data architecture. Option B, data production. Option C, data governance. Option D, data science. Option A is the right answer. Next question. A company wants to automate infrastructure deployment by using infrastructure as code. The company wants to scale production stacks so the stacks can be deployed in multiple AWS regions. Which AWS service will meet these requirements? Option A, Amazon CloudWatch. Option B, AWS Config. Option C, AWS Trusted Advisor. Option D, AWS CloudFormation. Option D is the right answer for this question. Next one. Which task is the responsibility of AWS when using AWS services? Option A, management of IAM user permissions. Option B, creation of security group rules for outbound access. Option C, maintenance of physical and environmental controls. Option D, application of Amazon EC2 operating system patches. Option C is the right answer for this question. Next one. A company wants to grant users in one AWS account access to resources in another AWS account. The users do not currently have permission to access the resources. Which AWS service will meet this requirement? Option A, IAM group. Option B, IAM role. Option C, IAM tag. Option D, IAM access analyzer. Option B, IAM role is the right answer. Next one. How does AWS cloud computing help businesses reduce costs? Choose two options. Option A, AWS charges the same prices for the services in every AWS region. Option B, AWS enables capacity to be adjusted on demand. Option C, AWS offers discounts for Amazon EC2 instances that remain idle for more than 1 week. Option D, AWS does not charge for data sent from the AWS cloud to the internet. Option E, AWS eliminates many of the costs of building and maintaining on-premises data centers. The correct answer is option B and option E. Next question. A company wants to operate a data warehouse to analyze data without managing the data warehouse infrastructure. Which AWS service will meet this requirement? Option A, Amazon Aurora. Option B, Amazon Redshift service serverless. Option C, AWS Lambda. Option D, Amazon RDS. Option B is the right answer. Next question. Which AWS service or tool can be used to set up a firewall to control traffic going into and coming out of an Amazon VPC subnet? Option A, security group. Option B, AWS web application firewall. Option C, AWS firewall manager. Option D, network ACL. The right answer is option D, network ACL. Next question. Using AWS Identity Access Management to grant access only to the resources needed to perform a task is a concept known as option A, restricted access. Option B, as needed access. Option C, least privilege access. Option D, token access. Least privilege access is the right answer. Next one. Which of the following is a recommended design principle of the AWS well-architected framework? Option A. Reduce downtime by making infrastructure changes infrequently and in large increments. Option B. Invest the time to configure infrastructure manually. Option C. Learn to improve from operational failures. Option D. Use monolithic application design for centralization. Option C is the right answer for this question. Next one. Which tool should a developer use to integrate AWS service features directly into an application? Option A. AWS Software Development Kit. Option B. AWS Code Deploy. Option C. AWS Lambda. Option D. AWS Batch. Option A is the right answer for this question. Next one. A company plans to migrate to AWS and wants to create cost estimates for its AWS use cases. Which AWS service or tool can the company use to meet these requirements? Option A. AWS Pricing Calculator. Option B. Amazon CloudWatch. Option C. AWS Cost Explorer. Option D. AWS Budgets. Option A is the right answer. Next one. Which AWS service is a hybrid cloud storage service that provides on-premises users access to virtually unlimited cloud storage? Option A. AWS Data Sync. Option B. Amazon S3 Glacier. Option C. AWS Storage Gateway. Option D. Amazon Elastic Block Store. The correct answer is option C. AWS Storage Gateway. Next one. Which of the following are advantages of moving to the AWS cloud? Choose two options. Option A. The ability to turn over the responsibility for all security to AWS. Option B. The ability to use the pay-as-you-go model. Option C. The ability to have full control over the physical infrastructure. Option D. No longer having to guess what capacity will be required. Option E. No longer worrying about users' access controls. The correct answer is option B. The ability to use pay-as-you-go model, and option D. Once again, no longer having to guess what capacity will be required. Next question. Which responsibility belongs to AWS when a company hosts its databases on Amazon EC2 instances? Option A. Database backups. Option B. Database software patches. Option C. Operating system patches. Option D. Operating system installations. Option D is the right answer. Next one. Which AWS service provides highly durable object storage? Option A. Amazon S3. Option B. Amazon File System, Elastic File System. Option C. Amazon Elastic Block Store. Option D. Amazon FSx. Option A is the right answer. Next one. Which AWS service or feature improves network performance by sending traffic through the AWS worldwide network infrastructure? Option A. Route Table. Option B. AWS Transit Gateway. Option C. AWS Global Accelerator. Option D. Amazon VPC. The right answer is option C. Next question. Which service enables companies to deploy an application close to end users? Option A. Amazon CloudFront. Option B. AWS Autoscaling. Option C. AWS AppSync. Option D. Amazon Route 53. Option A. Amazon CloudFront is the right answer. Next question. What is the best resource for a user to find compliance related information and reports about AWS? Option A. AWS Artifact. Option B. AWS Marketplace. Option C. Amazon Inspector. And option D. AWS Support. AWS Artifact is the right answer. A user wants to review all Amazon S3 buckets with ACLs and S3 bucket policies in the S3 console. Which AWS service or resource will meet this requirement? Option A. S3 multi-region access points. Option B. S3 storage lanes. Option C. AWS IAM Identity Center. Option D. Access Analyzer for S3. Option D is the right answer. Next question. What are the benefits of consolidated billing for AWS cloud services? Option A, volume discounts. Option B, a minimal additional fee for use. Option C, one billing for multiple accounts. Option D, installment payment options. Option E, custom cost and usage budget creation. Option A, volume discounts, and option C, one bill for multiple accounts are the right options. A company has a set of e-commerce applications. The applications needed to be able to send messages to each other. Which AWS service meet these requirements? Option A, AWS auto scaling. Option B, elastic load balancing. Option C, Amazon simple queue service. And option D, Amazon Kinesis data streams. Next question. Which AWS service helps deliver highly available applications with fast fail over multi-region and multi-AZ architectures? Option A, AWS Web Application Firewall. Option B, AWS Global Accelerator. Option C, AWS Shield. Option D, AWS Direct Connected. Option B is the right answer for this question. Next one. Which task is the customer's responsibility according to the AWS shared responsibility model? Option A, maintain the security of the AWS cloud. Option B, configure firewalls and networks. Option C, patch the operating system of Amazon RDS instances. Option D, implement physical and environmental controls. Option B, configure firewalls and networks is the right answer. A developer needs to maintain a development environment infrastructure and a production environment infrastructure in a repeatable fashion. Which AWS service should the developer use to meet these requirements? Option A, AWS Ground Station. Option B, AWS Shield. Option C, AWS Device Defender. Option D, AWS Cloud Formation. The right answer is option D, AWS Cloud Formation. Next one. Which AWS cloud benefit is shown by an architecture's ability to withstand failures with minimal downtime? Option A, agility. Option B, elasticity. Option C, scalability. Option D, high availability. High availability is the right answer. Next one. Which of the following are the advantages of the AWS cloud? Choose two options. Option A, trade variable expenses for capital expenses. Option B, high economies of scale. Option C, launch globally in minutes. Option D, focus on managing hardware infrastructure. Option E, over provision to ensure capacity. Option B, option C are the right options. Next one. A company wants to manage its AWS cloud resources through a web interface. Which AWS service will meet this requirement? Option A, AWS Management Console. Option B, AWS CLI. Option C, AWS SDK. Option D, AWS Cloud9. Option A is the right answer. Next one. Which AWS service is used to provide encryption for Amazon ABS? Option A, AWS Certificate Manager. Option B, AWS Systems Manager. Option C, AWS KMS. And option D, AWS Config. The right answer is AWS Certificate Manager. Next one. Which AWS service or feature can be used to create a private connection between an on-premises workload and an AWS cloud workload? Option A, Amazon Route 53. Option B, Amazon Messi. Option C, AWS Direct Connect. Option D, AWS Private Link. Option C is the right answer. Next one. A company wants to establish a schedule for rotating database user credentials. Which AWS service will support this requirement with the least operational overhead? Option A, AWS Systems Manager. Option B, AWS Secrets Manager. Option C, AWS License Manager. And option D, AWS Managed Services. Option B is the right answer. Next one. A company wants to assess its operational readiness. It also wants to identify and mitigate any operational risks ahead of a new product launch. Which AWS support plan offers guidance and support for this kind of event at no additional charge. Option A, AWS Business Support. Option B, AWS Basic Support. Option C, AWS Developer Support. And option D, AWS Enterprise Support. AWS Enterprise Support is the right answer. Next question. A network engineer needs to build a hybrid cloud architecture connecting on-premises networks to the AWS cloud using AWS Direct Connect. The company has a few VPCs in a single AWS region and expects to increase the number of VPCs hundreds over time. Which AWS service or feature should the engineer use to simplify and scale this connectivity as the VPCs increase in number? Option A, VPC endpoints. Option B, AWS Transit Gateway. Option C, Amazon Route 53. Option D, AWS Secrets Manager. The correct answer is option B. Next one. Which AWS service provides command line access to AWS tools and resources directly from a web browser? Option A, Cloud HSM. Option B, AWS Cloud Shell. Option B, Amazon Workspaces. Option D, AWS Cloud Map. Option B is the right answer. Next one. Which AWS service or feature provide disaster recovery solutions for Amazon EC2 instances? Choose 2. Option A, EC2 reserved instances. Option B, EC2 Amazon machine images. Option C, Amazon Elastic Block Store snapshots. And option D, AWS Shield. And option E, Amazon Guard Duty. Option B and option C are the right answers for this question. Next one. A company is deploying a machine learning research project that will require a lot of compute power over several months. The machine learning processing jobs do not need to run at a specific times. Which Amazon EC2 instance purchasing option will meet these requirements at the lowest cost? Option A, on-demand instances. Option B, spot instances. Option C, reserved instances. And option D, dedicated instances. The right answer is option B, spot instances. Next one. Which AWS service is a key value database that provides sub-millisecond latency on a large scale? Option A, Amazon DynamoDB. Option B, Amazon Aurora. Option C, Amazon Document DB. And option D, Amazon Neptune. The right answer is option A, Amazon DynamoDB. Next one. A company wants to monitor for misconfigured security groups that are allowing unrestricted access to specific ports. Which AWS service will meet these requirements? Option A, AWS Trusted Advisor. Option B, Amazon CloudWatch. Option C, Amazon Guard Duty. Option D, AWS Health Dashboard. Option A is the right answer. Next one. A company wants to provide managed Windows virtual desktops and applications to its remote employees over secure network connections. Which AWS services can the company use to meet these requirements? Choose 2 options. Option A, Amazon Connect. Option B, Amazon AppStream 2.0. Option C, Amazon Workspaces. Option D, AWS Site-to-Site VPN. Option E, Amazon Elastic Container Service. Option B and option C are the right options. Next one. Which AWS service can run a managed PostgreSQL database that provides online transaction processing? Option A, Amazon DynamoDB. Option B, Amazon Athena. Option C, Amazon RDS. And option D, Amazon EMR. Option C is the right answer. Next one. Which AWS service supports a hybrid architecture that gives users the ability to extend AWS infrastructure, AWS services, APIs, and tools to data centers, co-location environments, or on-premises facilities? Option A, AWS Snow Mobile. Option B, AWS Local Zones. Option C, AWS Outposts. Option D, AWS Fargate. The right answer is option C. Next one. Which of the following is a fully managed MySQL compatible database? Option A, Amazon S3. Option B, Amazon DynamoDB. Option C, Amazon Redshift. Option D, Amazon Aurora. Option D is the right answer. Next one. Which AWS service can identify when an Amazon EC2 instance was terminated? Option A, AWS Identify and Access Management. Option B, AWS CloudTrail. Option C, AWS Compute Optimizer. And option D, Amazon Event Bridge. The correct answer is option B, AWS CloudTrail. Next one. Which of the following services can be used to block network traffic to an instance? Choose two options. Option A, security groups. Option B, Amazon Virtual Private Cloud Flow Logs. Option C, network ACLs. Option D, Amazon CloudWatch. Option D, AWS CloudTrail. Option C, option A, network security groups are the right options. Next one. Which AWS service gives users the ability to discover and protect sensitive data that is stored in Amazon S3 buckets? Option A, Amazon Messi. Option B, Amazon Detective. Option C, Amazon Guard Duty. Option D, AWS IAM Access Analyzer. The right answer is option A. Next one. A company has a test AWS environment. A company is planning on testing an application within AWS. The application testing can be interrupted and does not need to run continuously. Which Amazon EC2 purchasing option will meet this requirement most cost effectively? Option A, on-demand instances. Option B, dedicated instances. Option C, spot instances. And option D, reserved instances. The right answer is option C, spot instances. Next question. A company is using Amazon DynamoDB. Which task is the company's responsibility according to the AWS shared responsibility model? Option A, patch the operating system. Option B, provision hosts. Option C, manage database access permissions. Option D, secure the operating system. Option C is the right answer for this question. Next one. To reduce costs, a company is planning to migrate a NoSQL database to AWS. Which AWS service is fully managed and can automatically scale throughput capacity to meet database workload demands? Option A, Amazon Redshift. Option B, Amazon Aurora. Option C, Amazon DynamoDB. Option D, Amazon RDS. The right answer is option C, Amazon DynamoDB. Next one. Which AWS service is always provided at no charge? Option A, Amazon S3. Option B, AWS Identity and Access Management. Option C, Elastic Load Balancers. Option D, AWS Web Application Firewall. Option B is the right answer. Next question. Which AWS service is a cloud security posture management service that aggregates alerts from various AWS services and partner products in a standardized format? Option A, AWS Security Hub. Option B, AWS Trusted Advisor. Option C, Amazon Event Bridge. Option D, Amazon Guard Duty. Option A is the right answer. Next one. A company is developing an application that uses multiple AWS services. The application needs to use temporary limited privilege credentials for authentication with other AWS APIs. Which AWS service or feature should the company use to meet these authentication requirements? Option A, Amazon API Gateway. Option B, IAM users. Option C, AWS Security Token Service. Option D, IAM Instance Profiles. The right answer is option C, AWS Security Token Service. Next question. Which of the following is a software development framework that a company can use to define cloud resources as code and provision the resources through AWS Cloud Formation? Option A, AWS CLI. Option B, AWS Developer Center. Option C, AWS Cloud Development Kit. Option D, AWS Code Star. Option C is the right answer. Next one. Which option is a benefit of the economies of scale based on the advantages of cloud computing? Option A, the ability to trade variable expense for fixed expenses. Option B, increased speed and agility. Option C, lower variable costs over fixed costs. Option D, increased operational costs across data centers? The right answer is option C. Next question. A company is building an application that needs to deliver images and videos globally with minimal latency. Which approach can the company use to accomplish this in a cost-effective manner? Option A. Deliver the content through Amazon CloudFront. Option B. Store the content on Amazon S3 and enables S3 cross-region replication. Option C. Implement a VPN across multiple AWS regions. Option D. Deliver the content through AWS Private Link. The right answer is option A. Next question. A company is exploring the use of the AWS cloud and needs to create a cost estimate for a project before the infrastructure is provisioned. Which AWS service or feature can be used to estimate costs before deployment? Option A. AWS Free Tier. Option B. AWS Pricing Calculator. Option C. AWS Billing and Cost Management. Option D. AWS Cost and Usage Report. Option B is the right answer. Next question. A company wants to migrate its on-premises relational databases to the AWS cloud. The company wants to use infrastructure as close to its current geographical location as possible. Which AWS service or resources should the company use to select its Amazon RDS deployment area? Option A. Amazon Connect. Option B. AWS Wavelength. AWS Regions and AWS Direct Connect. The right answer is AWS Regions. Next one. A company wants to make an upfront commitment for continued use of its production Amazon EC2 instances in exchange for a reduced overall cost. Which pricing options meet these requirements with the lowest cost? Choose two options. Option A. Spot instances. Option B. On-demand instances. Option C. Reserved instances. Option D. Savings plans. Option D. Dedicated host. Option C and option D are the right options for this question. Next one. Which AWS Cloud Adaptation Framework capability belongs to the people perspective? Option A. Data architecture. Option B. Environment event management. Option C. Cloud fluency. Option D. Strategic partnership. Option C. Cloud fluency is the right answer. Next one. Which AWS service can be used at no additional cost? Option A. Amazon SageMaker. Option B. AWS Config. Option C. AWS Organizations. Option D. Amazon CloudWatch. The right answer is Amazon CloudWatch. Amazon CloudWatch. Okay, next question. A company has 5 TB of data stored in Amazon S3. The company plans to occasionally run queries on the data for analysis. Which AWS service should the company use to run these queries in the most cost-effective manner? Option A. Amazon Redshift. Option B. Amazon Athena. Option C. Amazon Kinesis. Option D. Amazon RDS. Option B is the right answer. Next one. What is a customer responsibility when using AWS Lambda according to the AWS shared responsibility model? Option A. Managing the code within the Lambda function. Option B. Confirming that the hardware is working in the data center. Option C. Patching the operating system. Option D. Shutting down Lambda functions when they are no longer in use. Option A is the right answer. Next one. Which service enables customers to audit API calls in their AWS accounts? Option A. AWS CloudTrail. Option B. AWS Trusted Advisor. Option C. Amazon Inspector. And option D. AWS X-Ray. Option A is the right answer. Next one. Elasticity in the AWS cloud refers to which of the following? Choose two options. Option A. How quickly an Amazon EC2 instance can be restarted. Option B. The ability to right-size resources as demand shifts. Option C. The maximum amount of RAM an Amazon EC2 instance can use. Option D. The pay-as-you-go billing model. Option E. How easily resources can be procured when they are needed. The right options are option B and option E. Next question. A company is setting up AWS identity and access management on AWS account. Which recommendation complies with IAM security best practices. Option A, use the account root user access keys for administrative tasks. Option B, grant broad permissions so that all company employees can access the resources they need. Option C, turn on multi-factor authentication for added security during the login process. Option D, avoid rotating credentials to prevent issues in production applications. The right answer is option C, turn on multi-factor authentication. Next one. An e-commerce company has migrated its IT infrastructure from an on-premises data center to the AWS cloud. Which cost is the company's direct responsibility? Option A, cost of application software licenses. Option B, cost of the hardware infrastructure on AWS. Option C, cost of power for the AWS servers. Option D, cost of physical security for the AWS data center. Option A is the right answer. Next one. A cloud practitioner needs to obtain AWS compliance reports before migrating an environment to the AWS cloud. How can these reports be generated? Option A, contact the AWS compliance team. Option B, download the reports from AWS Artifact. Option C, open a case with AWS support. Option D, generate the reports with Amazon Messi. Option B is the right answer. Next one. Which AWS service or feature identifies whether an Amazon S3 bucket or an IAM role has been shared with an external entity? Option A, AWS Service Catalog. Option B, AWS Systems Manager. Option C, AWS IAM Access Analyzer. And option D, AWS Organizations. Option C is the right answer. Next one. A company needs to block SQL injection attacks. Which AWS service or feature can meet this requirement? Option A, AWS Web Application Firewall. Option B, AWS Shield. Option C, Network ACLs. And option D, Security Groups. Option A is the right answer for this question. Next one. What does the concept of agility mean in AWS cloud computing? Option A, the speed at which AWS resources are implemented. Option B, the speed at which AWS creates new AWS regions. And option C, the ability to experiment quickly. And option D, the elimination of wasted capacity. Option E, the low cost of entry into cloud computing. Option A and option C are the right options for this question. A company runs thousands of simultaneous simulations using AWS Batch. Each simulation is a stateless, is fault tolerant, and runs for up to 3 years. Which pricing model enables the company to optimize costs and meet these requirements? Option A, reserved instances. Option B, spot instances. Option C, on-demand instances. And option D, dedicated instances. The right answer is option B. Next question. A user needs to programmatic access to AWS resources through the AWS CLI or the AWS API. Which option will provide the user with the appropriate access? Option A, Amazon Inspector. Option B, access keys. Option C, SSH public keys. Option D, AWS Key Management Service keys. The right answer is option B, access keys. Next one. Which AWS service or feature is used to send both text and email messages from distributed applications? Option A, Amazon Simple Notification Service. Option B, Amazon Simple Email Service. Option C, Amazon CloudWatch Alerts. Option D, Amazon Simple Queue Service. The right answer is option A, Amazon Simple Notification Service. Next question. Which of the following are pillars of the AWS well-architected framework? Choose two. Option A, availability. Option B, reliability. Option C, scalability. Option D, responsive design. Option E, operational excellence. Operational excellence and option B, reliability are the right options. Which tasks are customer responsibilities according to the AWS shared responsibility model? Choose two. Option A, configure the AWS provided security group firewall. Option B, classify company assets in the AWS cloud. Option C, determine which availability zones to use for Amazon S3 buckets. Option D, patch or upgrade Amazon DynamoDB. Option E, select Amazon EC2 instances to run AWS Lambda on. Option B and option D are the right answers. Which AWS service or resource provides answers to the most frequently asked security related questions in that AWS receives from its users? Option A, AWS Artifact. Option B, Amazon Connect. Option C, AWS Chatbot. Option D, AWS Knowledge Center. The right answer is option D, AWS Knowledge Center. Next question. A company wants to receive a notification when a specific AWS cost threshold is reached. Which AWS services or tools can the company use to meet this requirement? Option A, Amazon Simple Queue Service. Option B, AWS Budgets. Option C, Cost Explorer. Option D, Amazon CloudWatch. And option E, AWS Cost and Usage Report. The right answers is option B and option D. Next question. A company has an AWS account. The company wants to audit its password and access key rotation details for compliance purposes. Which AWS service or tool will meet this requirement? Option A, IAM Access Analyzer. Option B, AWS Artifact. Option C, IAM Credential Report. Option D, AWS Audit Manager. Option C is the right answer. A company is running a monolithic on-premises application that does not scale and is difficult to maintain. The company has a plan to migrate the application to AWS and divide the application into microservices. Which best practice of the AWS well-architected framework is the company following with this plan? Option A, integrate functional testing as part of AWS deployment. Option B, use automation to deploy changes. Option C, deploy the application to multiple locations. Option D, implement loosely coupled dependencies. Option D is the right answer. Next one. What is the purpose of having an internet gateway within a VPC? Option A, to create a VPN connection to the VPC. Option B, to allow communication between the VPC and the internet. Option C, to impose bandwidth constraints on internet traffic. Option D, to load balance traffic from the internet across Amazon EC2 instances. The right answer is to allow communication between the VPC and the internet. Next question. A company wants to protect its AWS cloud information systems and assets while performing risk assessment and mitigation tasks. Which pillar of the AWS well-architected framework is supported by these goals? Option A, reliability, security, operational excellence, and option D, performance efficiency. The right answer is option C. Next one. Which option is a physical location of the AWS global infrastructure? Option A, AWS data sync. Option B, AWS region. Option C, Amazon Connect. Option D, AWS organizations. AWS region is the right answer. Next one. Which AWS service or feature allows a user to establish a dedicated network connection between a company's on-premises data center and the AWS cloud? Option A, AWS Direct Connect. Option B, VPC peering. Option C, AWS VPN. Option D, Amazon Route 53. The right answer is option A, AWS Direct Connect. Next one. An online gaming company needs to choose a purchasing option to run its Amazon EC2 instances for 1 year. The web traffic is consistent and any increases in traffic are predictable. The EC2 instances must be online, available without any disruption. Which EC2 instance purchasing option will meet this requirement most cost effectively? Option A, on-demand instances. Option B, reserved instances. Option C, spot instances. Option D, spot fleet. Option B is the right answer for this question. Next one. Which AWS service provides the ability to manage infrastructure as code? Option A, AWS Code Pipeline. Option B, AWS Code Deploy. Option C, AWS Direct Connect. Option D, AWS Cloud Formation. Option D is the right answer. Next question. A company is storing sensitive customer data in an Amazon S3 bucket. The company wants to protect the data from accidental deletion or overwriting. Which S3 feature should the company use to meet these requirements? Option A, S3 lifecycle rules. Option B, S3 versioning. Option C, S3 bucket policies. And option D, S3 server-side encryption. Option B is the right answer. Next one, a developer wants to deploy an application quickly on AWS without manually creating the required resources. Which AWS service will meet these requirements? Option A, Amazon EC2. Option B, AWS Elastic Beanstalk. Option C, AWS Code Build. Option D, Amazon Personalize. The right answer is option B. Next question. An e-learning platform needs to run an application for 2 months each year. The application will be deployed on Amazon EC2 instances. Any application downtime during those 2 months must be avoided. Which EC2 purchasing option will meet this requirement most cost effectively? Option A, Option A, reserved instances. Option B, dedicated hosts. Option C, spot instances. And option D, on-demand instances. The right answer is option A, reserved instances. Next question. A global company wants to migrate its third-party applications to the AWS cloud. The company wants to help from a global team of experts to complete the migration faster and more reliable in accordance with AWS internal best practices. Which AWS service or resource will meet these requirements? Option A, AWS support. Option B, AWS professional services. Option C, AWS launch wizard. Option D, AWS managed services. Option B is the right answer. Next one. A company is using a central data platform to manage multiple types of data for its customers. The company wants to use AWS services to discover, transform, and visualize the data. Which combination of AWS services should the company use to meet these requirements? Choose two options. Option A, AWS Glue. Option B, Amazon Elastic File System. Option C, Amazon Redshift. Option D, Amazon QuickSight. Option E, Amazon Quantum Ledger Database. Option A and option D are the right answers. Next one. Which AWS service or tool helps users visualize, understand, and manage spending and usage over time? Option A, AWS Organizations. Option B, AWS Pricing Calculator. Option C, AWS Cost Explorer. Option D, AWS Service Catalog. The right answer is option C, AWS Cost Explorer. Next question. A company wants to manage deployed IT services and govern its infrastructure as code templates. Which AWS service will meet this requirement? Option A, AWS Resource Explorer. Option B, AWS Service Catalog. Option C, AWS Organizations. Option D, AWS Systems Manager. Option B is the right answer. Next question. Which of the following is an advantage that users experience when they move on-premises workloads to the AWS cloud? Option A, elimination of expenses for running and maintaining data centers. Option B, price discounts that are identical to discounts from hardware providers. Option C, distribution of all operational controls to AWS. Option D, elimination of operational expenses. Option A is the right answer. Next one. Which of the following are benefits of using AWS Trusted Advisor? Choose two options. Option A, providing high performance container orchestration. Option B, creating and rotating encryption keys. Option C, detecting underutilized resources to save costs. Option D, improving security by proactively monitoring the AWS environment. Option E, implementing enforced tagging across AWS resources. Option C and option D are the right answers. Next question. Which AWS services or tools can identify right-sizing opportunities for Amazon EC2 instances? Choose two. Option A, AWS Cost Explorer. Option B, AWS Billing Conductor. Option C, Amazon Code Guru. Option D, Amazon SageMaker. Option E, AWS Compute Optimizer. Option E, option A are the right options. A company wants to run a NoSQL database on Amazon EC2 instances. Which task is the responsibility of AWS in this scenario? Option A, update the guest operating system of the EC2 instances. Option B, maintain high availability at the database layer. Option C, patch the physical infrastructure that hosts the EC2 instances. Option D. Configure the security group firewall. The right answer is option C. Next question. A company is running and managing its own Docker environment on Amazon EC2 instances. The company wants an alternative to help manage cluster size, scheduling, and environment maintenance. Which AWS service meets these requirements? Option A. AWS Lambda. Option B. Amazon RDS, AWS Fargate, and Amazon Athena. AWS Fargate is the right answer. Which option is a perspective that includes foundational capabilities of the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework? Option A. Sustainability. Option B. Performance efficiency. Option C. Governance. Option D. Reliability. Option C. Governance is the right answer. Which option is a customer responsibility when using Amazon DynamoDB under the AWS shared responsibility model? Option A. Physical security of DynamoDB. Option B. Patching of DynamoDB. Option C. Access to DynamoDB tables. Option D. Encryption of data at rest in DynamoDB. Option D is the right answer. Next question. According to security best practices, how should an Amazon EC2 instance be given access to an Amazon S3 bucket? Option A. Hardcode an IAM user's secret key and access key directly in the application and upload the file. Option B. Store the IAM user's secret key and access key in a text file on the EC2 instance. Read the keys, then upload the file. Option C. Have the EC2 instance assume a role to obtain the privileges to upload the file. Option D. Modify the S3 bucket policy so that any service can upload to it anytime. Option C is the right answer. Next one. A company has a centralized group of users with large file storage requirements that have exceeded the space available on premises. The company wants to extend its file storage capabilities for this group while retaining the performance benefits of sharing content locally. What is the most operationally efficient AWS solutions for this scenario? Option A. Create an Amazon S3 bucket for each user. Mount each bucket by using an S3 file system mounting utility. Option B. Configure and deploy an AWS storage gateway. File gateway. Connect each user's workstation to the file gateway. Option C. Move each user's working environment to Amazon workspaces. Set up an Amazon Work Documents account for each user. Option D. Deploy an Amazon EC2 instance and attach an Amazon Elastic Blocks to provisioned IOPS volume. Share the EBS volume directly with the users. Option B is the right answer. Next question. A company has deployed applications on Amazon EC2 instances. The company needs to assess application vulnerabilities and must identify infrastructure deployments that do not meet best practices. Which AWS service can the company use to meet these requirements? Option A. AWS Trusted Advisor. Option B. Amazon Inspector. Option C. AWS Config. And option D. Amazon Guard Duty. Option B is the right answer. And the last question. A company plans to use an Amazon Snowball Edge device to transfer files to the AWS cloud. Which activities related to a Snowball Edge device are available to the company at no cost? Option A. Use of the Snowball Edge appliance for a 10-day period. Option B. The transfer of data out of S3 and to the Snowball Edge appliance. Option C. The transfer of data from the Snowball Edge appliance into Amazon S3. Option D. Daily use of the Snowball Edge appliance after 10 days. Option C is the right answer for this question. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to get this dump, what you need to do is, first of all, comment, send AWS dump, or comment anything under this video and take a screenshot of that comment and mail me. I will send you the